Hello to all the brave souls listening today. There are mysteries in love that logic can never explain. They can only be felt with the heart. And one of those mysteries is this: why do Aries twin flames so often carry a significant age gap? This is not random. It is a divine design. Come with me now, step into this journey, as we uncover the first secret where love is not just a bond between two people, but a true awakening of the soul. Dear Aries, your journey in love has never been an ordinary one. Deep in your soul, you've always known you were born to begin, to step ahead, to touch doors that others hesitate to open. But when it comes to twin flames, the mirror of your own soul, you soon realize this is more than just a love story. It is an awakening, a reflection of both your brightest light and your hidden shadows. And what makes this journey even more mysterious, even more extraordinary, is the age gap. Many Aries step into their twin flame connection with surprise. Why is this soul so much older, perhaps a whole generation apart? Or why are they so much younger that society whispers and questions? What makes the universe design such a difference? If you've ever wondered, if you've wrestled with that thought, listen now with your heart. Because the answer isn't written in numbers on a page, it lives in the music of the soul you and your twin flame composed long before this lifetime began. Imagine standing before a vast painting, every color not just for looking, but for reflecting yourself back to you. The age gap is the bold stroke that makes the entire canvas deeper, more dimensional, more meaningful. The older partner rises like a mountain, solid, wise, carrying the perspective of distance and time. The younger arrives like a rushing spring, full of innocence, energy, and faith in what's yet to come. And when mountain and stream meet, they don't cancel each other out. They create a living valley where life flourishes. Aries, you are the pioneer, quick to ignite, quick to move, sometimes even faster than your own thoughts. And often, the age gap in your twin flame journey is that invisible breaker slowing you down, teaching you to listen to another rhythm. The older soul shows you that life is more than speed and fire, it's patience, understanding, and depth. The younger reminds you that life is not always calculation, and wait, sometimes it's simply joy, creativity, and spontaneity. Here lies the miracle. The age gap was never meant to divide you. It was meant to teach you that the soul is not measured in years. A soul can be young in age but carry the wisdom of centuries. Another can live half a lifetime yet still be learning how to open its heart. Aries, this is your sacred gift to look past the judgments of the ego and to see the world through the eyes of the soul. You may recall moments sitting beside your twin flame, feeling as if you've known them forever. Time disappears. Age becomes irrelevant. What remains is a raw connection, a meeting beyond all logic. In that instant you understand, the age gap is just a curtain, and behind that curtain lies the truth of love, of mission, of a journey your soul chose long before your birth. You are fire, Aries, but the twin flame with an age gap arrives to remind you, fire cannot burn endlessly on its own. It needs air, earth, and water to become guiding light. This difference does not weaken the flame, it makes it sacred. And when you open your heart to embrace this mystery, you step into a deeper layer of the story. There, twin flames are not just about romance, they are about growth. There, you discover the age gap is the tool the universe uses to refine your soul, to shape you into your most complete self. To truly grasp this, we must go further. To see how the gap becomes a catalyst for growth, how it turns you toward your own reflection and pushes you to rise. And that is where the next chapter unfolds, like a doorway into a spiritual maturity only a twin flame connection can bring. Some relationships don't come into your life to make you comfortable. They come to stir the deepest layers of your soul. Twin flames are exactly that. Their arrival isn't just to love you, it's to awaken you, to push you forward, to make you face the parts of yourself you usually avoid. And when an age gap exists between these two souls, it's not a coincidence. It is a delicate instrument the universe places in your path, both a challenge and a sacred gift. The older partner often enters this bond carrying the weight of storms survived. They bring wisdom, experience, lessons carved by time, and scars from battles that once brought them to their knees. Their presence feels like an ancient tree, strong, grounded, offering shade and safety. When they love, they give not only their heart but also the vision shaped by walking through pain and resilience. The younger partner steps in with clear eyes, full of energy, innocence, and a spirit untouched by cynicism. They are like the early morning sunlight, still pure, birdsong still sharp and bright. They bring vitality, boldness, and dreams unshaped by society's cages. In love, they may be clumsy, impulsive, yet it is exactly this that breathes life into their counterpart, inspiring them to rediscover forgotten parts of themselves. When these two energies meet, the miracle begins. The elder lights the path for the younger, teaching them that maturity does not mean giving up dreams, it means protecting them with steady hands. The younger, in turn, infuses the elder with fresh winds, reminding them that life still holds color, freedom, and passion. And for Aries, this lesson is crucial. You were born to lead, to rush ahead, to burn bright. Sometimes too bright, too fast, like a flame raging without thought of tomorrow. The age gap in your twin flame journey becomes the mirror, forcing you to pause, to observe, to breathe, to listen, to learn patience. Picture a young warrior, fierce, restless, suddenly slowing his breath under the gaze of an older twin flame, learning to hear the silence before drawing his sword. And imagine the elder, weary from years of duty, suddenly feeling his heart race again beside the younger soul, eyes lighting up, a spark of youth reigniting within. This is the mystery the universe wants you to understand. Age difference is not a division, it is a complement. It is the invisible hand arranging two souls to reflect, to heal, to nourish each other. And for Aries, it is the reminder that your fire needs both the air of innocence and the foundation of wisdom in order to burn long and bright. Once you see this clearly, you'll realize no relationship comes just for romance. They come to teach you how to become a better version of yourself. They come to transform your recklessness into maturity, your haste into patience. And as that awareness deepens, you'll feel yourself stepping into another layer of the story. A place where age is no longer the measure, only the lessons your soul has chosen to carry. A place where you learn that human time cannot bind the growth of the soul. And from there, the journey opens into an even greater truth, that age is never about years, but about the wisdom and love your soul has gathered along the way. Time, when seen only through human eyes, seems like the fairest measure. It records every wrinkle, every scar, every season that passes. But when viewed through the lens of the soul, you begin to see something entirely different. The number of years does not determine the maturity of the soul. And this is the hidden truth the universe wants to whisper to you on the twin flame journey. You may have met someone in their 20s whose eyes hold an ancient knowing, as if they've lived 100 lifetimes. And you may also meet someone in their 50s, yet their heart still trembles, still yearns to love as if for the very first time. The soul moves to its own rhythm, untied to calendars, untouched by numbers on paper. And that is why the age gap in twin flames is a sacred mystery, a reminder that this path can never be judged by surface appearances. For Aries, this lesson comes even sharper. You often carry a strong ego, eager to assert, to be certain, to stay in control. But when you step into your twin flame connection, you are invited to soften that ego, to release comparison, to stop weighing love against age. It is the call for your soul to listen more and judge less. Picture yourself sitting with this person, speaking of ordinary things, and then a single sentence they say awakens you. You are startled by the depth, the wisdom that seems far beyond their age. In that moment, you realize you are not facing an age, you are facing a soul. And in that same moment, you can feel your ego quietly melting away. This message carries something deeply human for our society as well. When we stop measuring people by their age, we make room for love, for understanding, for the diversity of human experience. We learn to respect the unique journey of each soul, rather than forcing them into rigid molds. And this doesn't just make love more pure, it makes our communities more compassionate, more free. You might be 20, yet carry the wisdom of centuries. Or you might be 50, but your heart still longs to learn love like a child. That truth is not just for reflection, it's an invitation. Ask yourself, how old does your soul feel? Have you ever felt older than your years, or younger than the number on paper? If you've ever known that feeling, share it. Tell your story in the comments, because your story might be the small flame someone else needs in their darkness. Your words may remind another soul that they are not alone. And when you allow yourself to step outside the prison of numbers, another door opens. Behind it, you find that difference is not a burden, it is balance. It is the rhythm of yin and yang, of masculine and feminine. And through that balance, you are led into a deeper place, where energies weave together, where love heals, and where the twin flame journey transforms you in ways nothing else ever could. In the world of twin souls, love has never been just two people holding hands and walking side by side. It is also a mirror, reflecting back the balance of the most primal energies within each of us, the masculine and the feminine, the yin and the yang, reason and emotion. When you are Aries, carrying the fire of the pioneer, you often lean toward action, decisiveness, and the will to push through every obstacle. But when your twin flame arrives, especially when an age gap exists, you begin to see a subtler truth. Strength is only complete when it can rest in softness. The older partner in this connection often embodies masculine energy, protection, rationality, and the ability to create a safe space. They are like a fortress wall, like an ancient tree standing firm in the storm. In their embrace, Aries finds a rare kind of safety, a reminder that you don't always have to carry the weight of strength alone. The younger partner brings in feminine energy, emotion, creativity, vulnerability, and innocence. They are like a morning garden, each blossom opening with new fragrance, sunlight pouring over everything with gentle warmth. In their presence, Aries realizes the need to let go of the armor, to listen to the heart's tremors, and even to allow tears to fall when they must. The miracle is that when these two forces meet, they don't cancel each other, they complement each other. The elder learns not only to protect, but to soften, to listen, to let emotion lead. The younger learns not only to dream, but to root those dreams in steadiness, so they will not drift away. And within this age gap, a lesson is written. No one is ever truly complete, but when two twin souls learn to give and receive, they become whole together. Aries, you were born to lead, but sometimes you forget that a true leader doesn't only command, a true leader knows when to be gentle, when to embrace what is tender. The age gap in your twin flame bond teaches you this. It is like a dance, you learn to move boldly, but also to release yourself into the music. And when you master that dance, you stop dividing things into masculine or feminine, strong or weak. Everything merges, creating the harmony of wholeness. Picture a warrior returning from long battles, laying down his armor, sitting beside the fire and letting tears fall. That is not weakness. It is the moment of returning to his full humanity. And that is what the twin flame connection offers. The courage to be strong and the safety to be vulnerable. Society often teaches us that strength and vulnerability cannot exist together. But you, Aries, through this experience will prove the opposite. You will see that no balance is greater than a heart that can be both steel and silk, both unyielding and compassionate. And if you can live that truth fully, it becomes a source of healing not only for yourself, but for everyone who crosses your path. And when your heart begins to open wider, when you dare to embrace both light and shadow within yourself, another door appears. A door that leads you back to the past, to the echoes of unfinished bonds from previous lifetimes. And you begin to see that the age gap is not just about the present, but also a mark of karmic ties waiting to be healed. There are moments in love that leave you astonished, as if an invisible thread were binding you to someone from a place far, far away. When you enter a twin flame connection marked by a clear age gap, it can feel like you are reliving something deeply familiar, a story that has never truly ended. Because that difference in years does not just reflect the present, it carries the imprint of past lives, where you and this soul once exchanged roles with one another. Imagine that in one lifetime, you were the elder, the one with knowledge in hand, the light guiding the path, and your twin flame was just beginning, young, searching, learning. Then in this life, the roles reverse. Suddenly you find yourself younger, full of energy yet still uncertain, while they stand as the older one, steady and wise. That reversal is no accident. It is the way your soul chose to break old cycles, to see life through another perspective, to absorb lessons you never had the chance to learn before. The age gap in twin flames is the mechanism the universe uses so that both souls can heal together. When you love someone beyond the limits of age, you are not only opening your heart to the present, you are also setting free the invisible ties of the past. You are allowing yourself to mend the broken pieces that once existed in another time, another place. This love becomes a bridge stretched across lifetimes, so that you and your twin flame can walk forward together, no longer weighed down by what was left undone. Aries, you are the pioneering fire, and often you believe your only direction is forward. Yet the twin flame journey reminds you no step forward is ever separate from the past. Each time you open your heart to a relationship that defies convention, especially one marked by an age difference, you are doing something profound. You are healing your own soul. And this is no longer just a private story, it is an act of humanity. Because when one soul heals, the light of that healing spreads outward to touch the whole world. In the quiet of shared conversations, in the simplest of glances, you may feel a strange familiarity, as if the two of you once walked together on another road, beneath another sky. That recognition softens the heart, reminding you that love rises above numbers, above judgment. It becomes the thread tying past to present, opening the way for a future reborn. Do you believe love can cross the boundaries of past lives? Share your truth in the comments. Your story, your faith, may become the light someone else needs, a gentle reminder that their love, too, carries meaning far deeper than the eye can see. And when you allow your heart to embrace this truth, another door opens. Beyond it, the challenge no longer comes from the invisible ties of the past, but from the present itself, where you must face society's judgment, withstand its whispers, and learn to stand firm in a love that remains unshaken. In every society, relationships that defy the norm often become the center of judgment. When love carries an age gap, the world tends to look not with compassion, but with the weight of old prejudices. They ask why you would choose someone so much younger, or why you would step into the life of someone so much older. They forget that love is not a calculation of years, it is the meeting of two souls. For Aries, this is a unique trial. You are the pioneer, the first flame of the zodiac, and you were never born to live in the cage of fear. Your lesson is to stand firm in love, even when the whole world doubts you. And in those moments, you discover freedom not only in doing what you want, but in daring to live true to the voice that calls from deep within your heart. Imagine walking down a foggy path, whispers swirling like restless wind on both sides. Each step echoes with judgment, with eyes watching, with murmurs in the dark. And yet in your hands you carry a torch. That torch is the love you protect. And as long as you believe in its light, the path before you will always reveal itself, no matter how thick the shadows may grow. Often, society's judgment doesn't rise from cruelty, but from fear. Fear of difference, fear of what they cannot understand. But you, Aries, were chosen to be the one who breaks those fears. When you dare to live authentically, to honor a love that transcends age, you don't just claim freedom for yourself, you open the door for countless others who are silently waiting for an example to follow. Aries was not born to live in fear, but to become the flame that leads love back to its truth. Each time you choose love over the noise of the crowd, you plant a new seed in the collective consciousness, reminding the world that love has no boundaries. You show them that happiness is never defined by the approval of many, but by the harmony of two souls aligned. And once you move through this trial, a strange liberation fills you. You see that strength is not about conquering or proving. It is about standing steady in your truth. Love does not need permission to exist. It only needs to be lived fully in the hearts of those who dare to believe. And when that fire ignites in you, Aries, you begin to sense a deeper layer of the twin flame journey. It is no longer just the story of two people, it is a greater mission. A calling where your love becomes a source of healing, a spark of faith, a light for the community. And from this point, another door opens where that mission begins to reveal itself more clearly, as you and your twin flame weave together a role of service and purpose meant for humanity. There are rare moments in life when a bond goes far beyond the limits of two hearts. When twin souls reunite, especially for Aries, what unfolds is not only a deep love, but also the awakening of a greater mission. The age gap so often seen as a barrier is, in truth, the missing piece that makes the picture whole. The older partner carries wisdom, experience, and a far-reaching vision of life. They are like a lighthouse standing firm amid the storm, guiding lost ships safely to shore. The younger partner brings creativity, fresh energy, like a rushing spring river carrying vitality, renewal, and the hunger for change. And when these two currents merge, something miraculous happens. They no longer love only for themselves, they become a team, a collective force, capable of touching and healing the hearts of others. Aries, you are the pioneering flame born to open new paths. When you connect with your twin flame, you are handed a sacred gift. Your love becomes light itself, a reminder to humanity that love knows no boundaries. You and your counterpart become a living example of harmony between wisdom and newness, between stability and creativity. Your love proves that when two souls dare to rise above every difference, even age, they can generate an energy powerful enough to spread, to heal, and to transform the world around them. Picture two souls walking side by side, one holding a lantern lit by experience, the other carrying a torch blazing with youth. When these lights intertwine, they shine not only for themselves, but also for those wandering in the dark. That is the deeper human meaning of twin flames. Your love becomes a message to the collective, that every soul can find its mirror, and when they do, it is not just about love for themselves. It is about bringing light to the world. In an age where people are so easily caught in loneliness, clouded by fear and judgment, the presence of a love that breaks the mold is a powerful reminder. It shows that love is not meant to cage us, but to set us free. It is not only to exchange sweetness, but to awaken the potential of serving humanity. And for Aries, this is the fulfillment of your role as the pioneer, not only opening paths for yourself, but for countless others who need the courage to believe they can love without fear. When you and your twin flame stand together in the light, you become a symbol of hope, of courage, and of true love. The elder offers vision and steadiness. The younger ignites creativity and vitality. Together, you become wings, one side wisdom, the other aspiration, lifting your love higher and farther. And as that light spreads outward, you begin to realize this journey was never only about writing a beautiful love story. It was about writing a new chapter for humanity, where personal love is elevated into collective love, where the union of two souls becomes a source of strength to build, to heal, and to inspire. And then, within that union, yet another layer of meaning opens. It is not only about light for the community, it becomes a path of trust. A path that calls you to believe in the sacred timing of the universe, in the divine moment your two souls agreed upon long before stepping into this world. Age is only a number, but the journey of the soul is a river that cannot be measured. The age gap in twin flames, especially for Aries, is never a barrier. It is a gift from the universe, a tool for you to learn maturity, to discover balance, to heal karmic cycles from the past, and to step into a higher purpose. Every difference, every challenge carries a hidden meaning to help you become brighter, more whole, more abundant in love and understanding. The depth of a soul can never be measured by age. Only love, healing, and light can serve as the true measure. And when you dare to open your heart, to walk alongside your twin flame despite the numbers, you create living proof that love transcends every boundary. I want to invite you to pause for a moment and ask yourself, are you in a relationship marked by an age difference? What lesson has it taught you, a lesson that changed you, that helped you grow? Share your story in the comments, because your experience might become a source of comfort and inspiration for someone else listening, someone walking through the same trial. Thank you for walking this journey with me today. I wish you Aries, light, resilience, and a love strong enough to rise above every boundary.